10/10/2018. Well, I had an encounter today. Not an encounter really, but like an observation of uh, two people that the one was kind of like being judgy and kind of egoic to the other person that they perceived as less than based on their maybe the socio-economical positioning. So it was kind of yucky. Didn't make me feel good, but it brought up memories of when I worked in the cemetery industry, and how that was like my first realization in this life that we are all the same, no matter what kind of facade or material things that we project outward. We all bleed and we all die. It's the universal, all-encompassing oneness. So, but yeah, I had just it just made me like, I don't know, think about the families I worked with. I worked with the CEOs, the families. Their CEO, father or mother had passed. I worked with the janitors, who clean the CEO's buildings. They might, be like $30,000 a year. Irrelevant. Death is the grand equalizer in all things. Neither one of those people could go with their material possessions or their perceptions of wealth. Their families either fought over it, or it's just, got shuffled around. Didn't really matter. But they spent all this time and money and trying to build an empire for themselves, and only to have their family fight over it when they die. Or dad worked 80 hours a week just making ends meet, just so we can have a boat or a part of a life insurance or something. And all these families really wanted was the time back. They didn't really care about these things. Some did. Some, that was all they cared about. But it's just, we're gonna have to get to a space of this ego perception of, I'm better than this person because of XYZ, because I have more money, because of where I come from. I definitely do feel the shifts coming on a lot of levels. A lot more people are waking up to this. But yeah, it just brought back memories. I hadn't worked in the cemetery industry since 2008. Been about 10 years. And but that was the grand equalizer. It doesn't matter like with what we have and what we look like, and what is your heart like? What is your soul mission? What are all these things that are beneath this egoic facade that we have to project out there to feel good about ourselves? And it's really nothing, because that person that was being yucky to that person who he perceived as less than, I'm just like, I see right through you. I see you. I see you hurting. And it's just all gonna crumble like dust in the wind. It's not something that's sustainable for us long term to have these egoic projections of ourselves. But everyone's at a different space, different time, at a different reason. And it's, this is just my path. These are just things I observe, things that I want to help change and shift in myself, because the whole geographical shift as far as the earth goes is done one person at a time. And so, yeah, it's just observe your environments, and it always sounds cliche, oh, we are all one. We really are. We're just like little tentacles of one large soul. going through our mission right now, and just having that wake up call. So yeah, I just, I don't put too much into when people have money, because a lot of people, the people I know that, or I have known in the past that had the most money, they were the most blocked, least heart-centered, just more trouble, more issues with themselves, and delusional perceptions of society and other people, lack of compassion. It doesn't have to be like that. It can change. But yeah, anyway, it's give people grace, create space for people in your life. And don't forget to pray. Give grace.